Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I am Rizky Mediani.
I am Rahadatul Sigafari.
I am Hafsa.
I am Agung Rudiansyah.
I am Muhammad Rizky Alek.
So in this video, we would like to tell you about our material. It's about true, false, and not given questions. First, we will start the presentation with the definition of true, false, and not given question by Agung Rudiansyah.
Okay, I am Agung Rudiansyah will explain what is definition from true, false, and not given. So, definition from true, false, and not given question is requires you to identify if information in a text is true or not. You will be given a number of factual statements and you have to check the text to see if they are true or not. Okay, next. What do true, false, and not given mean? The most important thing to remember is what the words true, false, and not given actually mean. First, true. If the text agrees with or confirms the information in the statement, it's true. False. If the text contradicts or is the opposite to the information in the statement, it's false. And the last one, not given. If there is no information or it's impossible to know, the answer is not given. Okay, so true means the meaning is the same. It's just similar, then it's false. Remember that we are dealing with factual information, so there is no room to say it's similar or nearly the same. So there is no kind of with this question. It's only fact. Okay, for the next speaker is Rahadatul Gafari.
Thank you so much, Agung Rudiansyah. So my name is Rahadatul Sigafari, and I will show you guys how to. I will show you guys the example of true, false, not given question. The first example is, according to the Met Office, the UK had its warmest July day ever on July 1st, when temperature hit 36.7 Celsius near London. There were record heat waves in many countries, including Spain, while the African continent had the second warmest July on record. The statement for this text is, Africa had the warmest July day ever on July 1st. Let's take a look back on the text if there is an information about the text, about the statement in the text. In the text, it said that the UK had its warmest July day ever on July 1st, while the African continent had the second warmest July on record. So the statement said that Africa had the warmest July day ever on July 1st. But in the text, it said that the African continent had the second warmest July on record. So the statement is false because the statement and the text contradicts each other. Move on to the next example. While the impact of increased level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is the key driver of rising temperature, another important factor is El Niño. This natural phenomenon, which appears as a large swath of warm water in the Pacific every few years, is known to push up the global temperature. The statement for this text is, the temperature rising due to the increased level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Let's take a look on the text if there is an information about the statement. In the text, it said that the impact of increased level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is a key driver of rising temperature. This underlined word has the same meaning as the statement, the temperature rising due to the increased level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So for this example, for this statement, the answer is true. Let's move on to the next example. Awareness campaigns have so far had very little impact. Dr. Ibrahim, head of the Pharmacists Union, has made numerous appearances on national television to warn of the danger of prescription pill abuse. The statement is, awareness campaigns are becoming common on national television. Let's take a look on the text. It said that awareness campaign has made numerous appearances on national television, but the statement said that awareness campaigns are becoming common on national television. Uh, the keyword is becoming common, but there is nothing said that in the text that awareness campaigns are common or not in national television. So for this statement, the answer is not given because there is no information about the awareness campaign are common or not in national television. Let's move on to the next speaker, Muhammad Rizky Calik.
And I will explain another example. Away from the regulation of trend, pharmacies fattening pills are dispensed by some small shops, which sell topical bleaching creams and other popular beauty fixes, sold individually in small bags and emptied sweet containers. They are completely devoid of any information about medical risks. The statement is, people do not get any information about the danger to their health when they purchase unregulated weight gain pills. Take a look at the last sentence. It say that in the text, when people buy the pills that are not regulated by pharmacies, there is nothing provided devoid of about the medical risks, danger to their health. The sentence in the text and the question match, so the answer is true. Next, the next example is, but when a man-made concentrated version enter the body in the form of pill or topical bleaching creams, the brain gives the body a signal to stop production. If a user suddenly stops taking the substance, their major organs can spiral into dysfunction. The statement is, the body cortisol production will eventually return to normal once a person stops taking the pills. Then go back to the text. In the text say, if a user suddenly stops taking the substance, their major organs can spiral into dysfunction. It's quite possible this will happen, but we really don't know that from the text. The text just tells us what happened to the organ immediately after suddenly stopping taking the pills. So as we don't have that information in the text, it is not given. Next, the next example is, young women in Sudan are dying from kidney and heart failure caused by sudden steroid withdrawal. Medical professionals say fatality are especially common among new brides, who traditionally undergo a month of intense beautification prior to their wedding day, and then abruptly stop using fattening pills and steroidal bleaching creams. The statement is, intense usage in the month after marriage, followed by sudden withdrawal, is resulting in a high death rate for newlywed women. Let's go back to the text. In the text say, fatality are especially common among new brides who traditionally undergo a month of intense beautification prior to their wedding day. The statement say the month after marriage, but in the text say the month prior or before marriage. The answer is opposite to the statement, so the answer is false. The next is Hafsa.
Okay, I am Hafsa. I will explain about tips or how to solve true, false, and not given question. The first one is read the complete passage and then answer the question based only on the given information. It means you have to ignore anything you already know about the topic and don't make assumptions. Base your answer on the text only. The second is identify keyword in the statement. For example, some, all, mainly, often, always, and occasionally. These words are there to test if you have read the whole statement because they can change the meaning. For example, Coca-Cola has always made its drinks in the USA has a different meaning from Coca-Cola has mainly made its drinks in the USA. The third is identify similar words in the passage. Don't look for words that exactly match those in the statement. You should also look for synonyms. Remember that you are matching meaning, not words. The fourth is be careful when you see verbs that qualify statements, such as claim, believe, and know. For example, the man claimed he was a British citizen, and the man is a British citizen. These two sentences mean two different things. The fifth is don't skim and scan the text to find the final answer. So, in this point, you will have to read the appropriate part of the text very carefully in order to understand what the author means. The sixth is the statements follow a chronological order. So you have to know that the answers are in the same order as they appear in the text. Don't waste your time going back and keep on reading. And the last one is decide whether the statement is true, false, or not given. So if the fact matches the reading, then it's true. If the fact contradicts the information in the reading in some way, then it's false. If the fact is not mentioned or cannot be inferred in the reading, then it's not given. Okay, move on to the next speaker by Reski Mediani.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Reski Mediani. So I will share to you another strategy that you can use to solve true, false, and not given question. First, always read the instruction carefully and make sure you know if it is true, false, not given question or yes, no, not given questions. Why? Because true, false, not given question is dealing with fact, while yes, no, not given question is dealing just with opinion. Second, read all the statements carefully. So you should trying to understand what the whole sentence means rather than simply highlighting keywords. And watch out some qualifying words such as some or always. Third, try to think of what synonyms might be in the text because this will help you to identify the missing part of the text. Fourth, match the statement with the correct part of the text. Fifth, underline the words to skew the answer. Why? Because this will help you to focus and you can check back later. And again, be careful, there are no qualifying words in the text. 6. Make your decision. Make your decision by remembering to consider these 3 things. First, to be true. It means the information must exactly match even if the words are different. Second, look carefully for qualifying words that might change the meaning. And the third, if you're struggling to find the answer, then it's probably because it isn't there, so just mark it as not given. And the last one, repeat the process for the remaining question. Okay, maybe that's all about our presentation. Thank you so much for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.